The distance traveled by a body during last second of its total flight is d. When the body is projected vertically up with certain velocity, if the velocity of a projection is doubled, the distance traveled by the body during the last second of its total flight is.
So here they are telling that distance traveled by a body during last second of its total flight is d. So first they told that it's projected with certain velocity. Let me take some velocity u. And total flight. Total flight means in total journey. Last second is hn. Hn is the last second of total journey. So here h and they are given as some d. Let me take some d. They mentioned as d. Fine. There's a last second of total journey I'm taking as hn. Like that, similarly here, what they did here, they projected with a velocity 2u, and they're asking us what is the last second of the total flight. Let us take this as hn dash. Hn dash. What I am thinking is, I'm taking this the first part and second part, two parts are there. This part is upward motion, time of ascent is u by g. Let me take total journey while going up is n seconds. I'm taking total journey time is 2n seconds. Time of flight is 2n. I'm assuming there's nothing to be that means worried. Why are you taking 2n like that? Because I took upward journey time is n seconds and downward journey time also will be n. Total time of flight means n plus n 2n. Just I assume randomly it is a time of ascent is n seconds. So time of descent also no doubt it will be how many seconds? N seconds. So I am taking this as this nth second in downward motion. In nth second in downward motion. Nth second in downward motion. Here nth second, here nth second. In downward motion, nth second. There is a last second. So total journey time is what? N seconds upward, n seconds downward. Here hn is d dimension. So what I'm doing in these problems means here, I'm taking the second part. Second part is what? Freely fall. Second part is freely fall. So in freely fall, what is generally hn formula is g by 2 into 2n minus 1, because total number of seconds are also anyhow n seconds. So nth second is the last second in downward motion. Nth second is the last second only downward motion. I'm taking nth second is last second in downward motion, because total number of seconds in downward is n seconds. Nth second is the last second downward motion. Hn is equal to g by 2 into 2n minus 1. They call this one as d. They call this one as d. They call this one as d. Clearly, they only mention d. Fine. Then what is the problem here? Here you have to observe that. Here you have to observe clearly. The small twist is there here. That is, I can write n as u by g. N as u by g, because in the first part, this is the second part I have taken and discussed. In the first part, I have given that n is equal to u by g. Y means time of ascent is n seconds. So n is the body projected with velocity u. So n is u by g. So what I am doing here is in the place of n, I am writing u by g. So I am leaving this h. Simply I am taking this part. G by 2 into 2 into the place of n u by g minus 1 into d. Now, if I multiply this stuff here, g by 2 inside. So g cancel, 2 cancel u. U minus g by 2 is equal to d. So from here, what I got here is u minus g by 2 is equal to d. See here very clearly. The above expression with nothing I did here. Only the thing is here, in the place of n, what I did here is I substituted u by g. In the place of n, I substituted u by g there. And I multiplied g by 2 to the inside two terms. First it became u, second it became minus g by 2. This is nothing but, what it is nothing but, they only mentioned it as d. Now u minus gt by 2 equal to d means some compulsory I can write u is equal to, what should I write? D plus g by 2. What is the u value now? U is nothing but d plus g by 2. No. What is u minus g by 2 equal to? Yes, u is equal to d plus g by 2. What I got is correct. But they're not asking you why you solve this one. They're asking distance traveled by the body during last second of its total flight when velocity is double. Second case. Let me take the second case to the next page. Now what I am doing here is, in here velocity is 2u is projected. In last second hn dash. Hn dash means no doubt in again I am taking here time of ascent is equal to 2u by g. Let me call it as n dash. And time of descent also will be here n dash. Time of ascent n dash means time of descent also what shall I write here? N dash. Now what is hn dash? G by 2 into n dash minus 1. This is in the second part. In the second part I am taking. In the second part I have written like that. But what is n dash from here? N dash is 2u by g. N dash is 2u by g. Here I am substituting that. G by 2 into 2u by g minus 1. So what will happen if I take g by 2 inside? Now I'm multiplying the two terms here, g by 2. So if I multiply g cancel, 2 cancel here, left with 2u. Minus g by 2 will go inside, minus g by 2. So I got hn dash is equal to 2u minus g by 2. In previous case, I collected u equal to d plus g by 2. Now what I am doing here? Just I'm going to the next step. You check it out here. Hn dash is equal to 2u minus g by 2. In previous I wrote u equal to d plus g by 2. Let me substitute in the place of u. Hn dash is equal to 2 into d plus g by 2 minus g by 2. So I can write hn dash is equal to 2d plus 2 into g by 2 is g minus g by 2. What is g minus g by 2? G minus g by 2 is, you know it as g by 2. So finally, what I achieved here is hn dash is 2d plus g by 2. This is one of the interesting problems here. What we did again, just I'll give a rough explanation. Again, I want to give some rough explanation. Just check it out. First I'll give you. First is a projector with a velocity u, and time of ascent is equal to, I have taken it as u by g is equal to n. So time of descent also will be equal to what will happen? N seconds. So we are coming down. Last second is n seconds. So hn is equal to g by 2 into 2n minus 1. From here, what I did here is n is equal to u by g. I substituted here hn is equal to g by 2 into 2 into the n place I am writing u by g minus 1. I got hn is equal to g minus g by 2. So g minus g by 2, I am calling it a hn already they mentioned as d in the question itself. So I can write g minus g by 2. Here what is g minus, not g, sorry. Here what we have is u. Here what we have is u minus g by 2 is equal to what we can write d. So u is equal to d plus g by 2. This is my first equation I got. Next, what I did here, I projected with what velocity? Double the velocity, 2u. This is hn dash. This is what I wrote as hn dash is equal to how much you have to find. Again, time of ascent is equal to what should I write here? Time of ascent is 2u by g is equal to n. Time of ascent is 2u by g is equal to, here I am writing it as n dash. Here I am using the term n dash. So what will happen? Time of descent is also equal to n dash. So n dash value is 2u by g. So what is hn dash? Hn dash is equal to freely falling body in the last case. In the last second means g by 2 into 2 year distance time taken to come down n dash. So last second will be n dash second. So minus 1. So here what I have to write n dash in that place I have to put here. Hn dash is equal to g by 2 into 2 into 2u by g minus 1. So I got hn dash is equal to, that is the g by 2 if I send inside. We are left with a 2u minus of g by 2. So here again I have taken the u value. From where did I take u value? In previous expression u is nothing but d plus g by 2. I brought that one. That is d plus g by 2 minus g by 2. So I can write it as 2d plus g minus g by 2. That is nothing but 2d plus g by 2. That is my answer for the given question. And we'll just, I have explained twice the same thing. I hope all the kids are clear. Is it clear, kids?
Yes, sir.
Any other kids have any doubts? Saranya, Dhimant, Srinidhi.
No.
Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes.